Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host with the most, as always, Francois878. Today, we're going to be talking about the new Rakta Cernos bow, introduced in Update 17.3. This is the new Red Veil Syndicate primary, and can be purchased from them for 125,000 standing. This bow is probably my favorite new Syndicate weapon. It is also at least on par with the Dread as far as how good this bow is. So that should give you a kind of a picture of how good it is. Now, it is very similar to the original Cernos in that it deals primarily impact damage, and it has a very respectable crit chance. But what makes the Rakta much better than the original is that it does it has 25% more damage, which actually makes it the most powerful base damage of any short bow in the game. It has a slightly higher status chance, but the most important thing about the Rakta Cernos is that it has a much faster charge rate. Now, this gameplay that you're seeing is with absolutely zero fire rate mods equipped. No shred, no speed trigger, no vial acceleration, which means you don't have to equip one of those mods, which basically opens up a new slot in your builds to put either something that will increase your damage or your reload speed or whatever you'd like. I personally, in the build that I'm going to show you, I went with damage, but you know, my builds are always been just kind of a general guide. Now, this weapon comes with 3 mod polarities pre-installed. It has 2 offensive mod polarities and 1 utility mod polarity. Unlike most of the other Syndicate weapons, all 3 of these mod polarities are good, and they will work for this weapon in a big way. I didn't have to Forma any of them out. Now, the build that I'm about to show you, I did Forma in 1 more V polarity, 1 more of the offensive polarity, the V-shaped ones, and I modded in 2 more of the utility, the horizontal dash polarities to get this build on. Your maxed heavy caliber, serration, and split chamber, those are your basic primaries for most high-level builds. I also went with Crash Course instead of Speed Trigger. This increases your impact damage by 120%, which further increases the main damage for this particular weapon. Now, the rest of the build is pretty basic. I have 2 90% elemental damage mods for whichever appropriate faction you're going to be facing. That is just because the status effect, even with the Rakta Cernos having slightly more status chance than the regular Cernos, it's still not really that good. And of course, your crit chance and crit damage mods, just like pretty much any other bow would have. Now, the one unfortunate setback to the Rakta Cernos is that, like the original, it still does not have enough crit chance, even with Point Strike installed, to have 100% crit chance. It caps out at 87.5%, which means roughly 1 in every 10 arrows is not going to crit, which sucks. However, because this weapon shoots so fast, it kind of makes up for it. This weapon, you know, if you don't crit and don't kill an enemy, you can have another arrow halfway to them before you even know if you crit or not. This weapon is a lot of fun to use, and it's, in my opinion, hands down probably one of, if not the best, new Syndicate weapon. I would say it's tied with the Sancti Tigris as being the best weapon in the game. And I haven't even talked about the Blight yet. All Red Veil Syndicate weapons, or weapons with a Red Veil weapon augment on it, have a chance to proc Blight. Blight is an AoE effect that will basically cause 1,000 viral damage. It's a guaranteed proc to all enemies in a certain range, and it will also restore 25% of your energy and also give you a 10% movement speed boost for 30 seconds, which is awesome. Now this proc triggers in the lower right-hand screen, right by the ammo counter there. You can see a small symbol that fills gradually as I kill enemies. That is your blight meter, basically. When it fills up, it triggers the AoE effect, and you get that energy, and you get the movement speed boost. This is a big reason why the Rakta Cernos is on par with the Dread, because having that energy restore and having that AoE viral attack is extremely handy, especially against Grineer, and really against pretty much any type of enemy. And it's a lot of fun, and it's it's nice to have, honestly. This weapon is a lot of fun to use. This is definitely going to be my go-to bow for a while. It does do primarily impact, so it will perform best against Corpus, but it is still a respectable bow against Corrupted and Infested and Grineer. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more primary Syndicate weapon guides coming soon. This has been your host of the most, as always, Francois878.